We're just going to wing it because I don't know if it's working or not. So, hello! This sucks. I hate this so much. What's up, friends, fans, and fellow readers? It's me, Sylvia Faye, your girl. Pieces. Okay, that was cringe, but I'm a millennial, so I don't care. I want to oh, words are hard. I don't recommend them. Anyway, let's see if I'm stupid. It keeps sliding. It's being stupid. I want to preface this by saying that welcome to my reading channel. So the introduction said I'm Sylvia Faye. That is not my real name. I don't like my real name. So yeah. I wrote notes because I get distracted easily. I'm creating this channel, or have created this channel, because I want to hold myself accountable for the upcoming year. Because last year I wanted to read a lot and I didn't, because social media is an addiction. So, it's so easy to just roll out of bed, grab your phone, and open up TikTok and then scroll for like 6-7 hours at a time. So I'm trying to get out of that habit. I even switched my TikTok app with my reading apps so that I would click on that first and hopefully incentivize myself to read more. Also, I do enjoy doing YouTube, like, a lot. I have a gaming channel that I was doing for a while, and then like a year and a half I just stopped. Mostly because my computer was acting up, so I got a new computer. It's still old, but it's a computer and it still plays games. The minor ones like Stardew Valley and Oldrum. If you don't know what that is, that's older Skyrim. Yeah. Yeah, it's just to get me back into reading. This channel, I will be doing my reading journal, which will be the next video after this one, and then my reading reviews. I forgot what that was called. I'm not good at sugarcoating things, so if you are looking for someone who isn't going to bullshit their way through, I do cuss, so little late warning. But if you're looking for someone who doesn't bullshit their way through reviews and they're like, oh, this was such an interesting read and the spice levels, I don't care about the spice levels. I grew up reading Anita Blake, Sookie Stackhouse, and if you've read those books, you know, especially Anita Blake, and Meredith Gentry. That's another one. Last one I read of the Anita Blake series, let me move this because I feel like I'm breathing on it, was Harlequin. I think that was the last one. But my favorite book out of that series was Obsidian Butterfly. And that book had no smut in it. Like, very minor, literally and figuratively, smut in it. So, yeah, all those books just became nothing but smut, so I stopped reading them. I like a little smut with my plot. So any books that I have to be in a specific mood for it. Like a lot of the orc romance books, I expect smut. Like it's just gonna happen. Um, but I often skip over the smut. So yeah. Anyway, it's too much talking about that. Um, Another part of the reason I'm doing this is because I am trying to do better for my mental health. Um, Social media has become very, not triggering, that's not the word, depressing. That's the word. It has become very depressing, and I don't like opening my social media, scrolling for 6 hours, and at least 2/3 of it being this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. I want to spend a little time with my head in the sand because I see too much. I've seen too much. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I just want to take this and be happy for a little bit. And maybe if I read a little, I can use my addiction to social media, because it is addicting and it is an addiction, um, to encourage myself. Like if I finish reading a book in a day, I can spend the rest of the day scrolling or something. I don't know. I'm working on it. Uh, Next thing, I had a list. Is every time, every year, all the time, and I'm tired of it. So right here, I'm just gonna say it. I do think that audiobooks is reading. And anyone who says it's not is ignorant, because books haven't always been around. So how do we get one story from one person to the other without a book? Like, a lot of people have a hard time reading, just in general, and it's easier for them to comprehend by listening than by reading. My son is better at listening than reading himself. Which brings me to another point. Graphic novels, manga, and comic books, I count those as reading. Because if you can go through the book or the comic book, manga, whatever, and tell me what's going on in it, you comprehend, therefore you're reading. And sometimes graphic novels, in my opinion, are better than the book. Like, sometimes it's hard to imagine places. Like, my brain just will not create the environment, and having a graphic novel really helps me latch onto that environment and be like, oh cool, so this is what it looks like. So yeah. Also, reading goals. I I self-sabotage myself a lot. I almost always put my reading goal at 100. Do I ever reach it? No. Because I get distracted easily, as you can tell in this video, while I'm getting distracted by my own pen that does one of these things. That is that. Isn't that cool? That's cool. I don't care what you say, that's cool. Anyway, so this year I've actually set it at a more feasible 50 books as opposed to 100, because I'm trying not to self-sabotage this year. And I'm trying to do better with my reading, because I have hundreds of physical books, like so many physical books. And I have another one coming in the mail tomorrow, Bloody Black. I did not want the sprayed edges, but she put the normal one without sprayed edges at like $23 or something on TikTok Shop, and it cost $25 for free shipping. So with the shipping, it would have cost about the same as the sprayed edges, so I just went and got the sprayed edges. I'm not happy about it. I just wanted the flag. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted the flag. So I'm recording this on my phone. Most of my videos will probably be recorded on my phone. I don't know if I'll wear the avocado. This is an avocado. See, it's an avocado. So yeah, my reading goal this year is 50 books. I'm hoping to reach that reading goal. Rude. And last year was 100. I only read technically 10. I put 11 because I don't want the book I'm finishing up to count for this year. I want it to count for last year because that's when I started it. So that's how I put it. I will leave a link to my Goodreads in the description if you want to follow me on there. If not, that's cool. I don't care. Live your life. But yeah, if you're here for reviews, reading journal stuff, I do not do book community drama. There's enough channels out there that do that, and I just want to use this mostly as a space for me, excuse me, and for whoever else out there that's tired of people telling you that this book or that book is good. Oh, that reminds me, and I didn't write it down. So the way I do reading reviews, and I'll probably say this at the beginning of each reading review, is I have a standard. My standard is for smaller books. My brain's jumbled again. Hold on. Right. I will give a book 3 to 5 chapters or 100 pages to grab my attention and hold it. If the book is smaller, I give it the 100 pages because that's usually about 3 or 4 chapters. 3 to 5 chapters. Or no. That's wrong. I give a smaller book 3 to 5 chapters, but I give the bigger books 100 pages. Because if you cannot grab and hold my attention in the amount of time that a chapter or those 100 pages is, it's not worth reading to me. And this goes directly to the people that will tell me that it gets better later. I don't care. This also goes to the people that say the first book is crap, but the second book is good. I don't care. If the first book, which is the debut book, does not grab and hold my attention, I don't want it. Now, that said, I am a mood reader, which means that if I am halfway through a book and suddenly don't want to read it, then I won't read it. I will stop reading it and I'll go read something else. I am able to compartmentalize the books. So as long as I read like a few pages before where I ended it, I can pretty much pick it back up. So I don't completely DNF books that don't grab my attention. I will put it in the hiatus pile or whatever you want to call it, and then come back to it later and see if maybe I just wasn't in the right mood for it. Now, there are some books where I just could not get back into. One of those specifically was Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Yeah. And it was entirely the way she wrote the dialogue. All of the dialogue is made with the apostrophes, not the quotes. And that bothers me. I know there is no right or wrong reason, or right or wrong way to write. But that bothered me. So I put the book down because I couldn't get past it. Now, I might be able to get past it if I put in my mind and keep in my mind that all of these people are talking telepathically. Because in my mind, a apostrophe over dialogue means internal speaking, not verbalizing. So, yeah. That's just one example. And just because I don't like a book doesn't mean you can't go and read it. Matter of fact, in my reading journal, I have a popular reads takedown. So I am specifically going to be reading popular books from last year to see if they're worth the hype. That said, I'm not going to force myself to read them if I just can't. Because reading is supposed to be fun, and it's no longer fun if you force yourself to do it. So it's like chores. Chores when you were a kid was fun because you didn't have to do them, but mommy was doing them and you wanted to do them. And now as an adult, you have to do them and it's not fun anymore. So, yeah. I think that's it. That's a fairly long thing. So, yeah, I will leave my link to my Goodreads in the description. In the comments, I would like to know what everyone's reading goal was last year and how many books you read, and then what your reading goal is this year, and then suggest a book. I know that's a lot. But my reading goal and I'll end this video and start by starting. I don't know. Words are hard. I don't recommend them. So my reading goal last year was 100 books. I read 10, technically. This year, my reading goal is 50. So hopefully I will be able to do that because I have a couple of friends on Goodreads that have read hundreds of books, and I am like, girl, what is that? You do this? I don't. I'm millennial, forgive me. So, and my favorite book last year was Helen and Troy's Epic Road Quest. It was a good one. The main character is a minotaur, and it's the FMC is a minotaur. So, and the MMC is a perfect Asian guy that doesn't like that he is perfect and really lucky. So, yeah, it was fun. There was an orc biker gang, and what was his name? Philip. I love Philip. So yeah, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys stick around and enjoy my reviews and enjoy all my stuff, and I'm hoping that this will get me back into it. So yeah, Happy New Year. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.
You ain't never gonna get me to be tamed. I go insane, you can't detain this beat, yo, when I came to stay, cause girl, I came to play. Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know.